And there she is. That's my Carniolan queen. The actual queen I got, the Italian queen I got with the package at the beginning of this year, well, actually, of this season. Um, Everything was going great. She was laying fine, making a decent brood pattern. I mean, nothing to really write home about, but making a decent brood pattern. From what I've studied and seen. Oh, and there she is laying. Being this is my first year. Um, but yeah, making a good brood pattern. Went ahead and marked her. Um, Everything was good. The other two hives we have marked those queens also. And then it wasn't maybe 5 days later, had no queen. So at that time, I'm like, all right, well, can't find my queen. Odds are I just can't find her. I still had larvae left in there. Um, Time went on. 2 weeks later, went back in, no larvae at all. Went through the whole thing. Put in frames from our other hive full of, like 2-day old eggs and larvae and whatnot so that they can make their own queen. And they tried, but unsuccessfully. Then I ended up having a laying worker situation. At that time, I knew they weren't. I mean, I tried actually eggs and larvae again and brood to get the girls to stop laying, and they formed up cells again, and no return of the queen. So went ahead and went and got a Carniolan queen. I actually made a egg laying trap. And if those of you that are not familiar with that, basically it is a trap that actually goes on the actual frame. Put in another frame of brood from one of my other hives, and that way, hopefully, to cut down on that pheromone of the workers. And I put her in that trap. I embedded it in the frame so that she could walk around and actually lay and start to actually spread her pheromone and the pheromones of laying eggs. And she started to lay, and within 5 days there was no doubt they were going to accept her. And as you can see here, she is laying again. Pan out just a little bit. I mean, there's her brood pattern. She is laying full frames. Obviously has had some hatched out there in the center. But yeah, this girl is a worker. She has recovered this hive like no other. I couldn't have wished for a better scenario or a better result. She came in and went right to work. As you can see, I've got Germans in here and Italians. I had to actually borrow a frame of my son's Germans, and so I've got like a little mixed brood in here. But yeah, she's gone right to work. She is recovering this hive, and we avoided the bullet. They didn't kill her off, which is a lot of times that's what you'll find when you get a lot of when you get laying workers, so on and so forth. Sometimes it's really hard to get that to stop. I didn't have to actually, dump them out of the hive or anything like that. I just made that laying worker or that laying queen cage there on the actual frame, like I said, and she went to laying. They couldn't get at her because I actually, gave it plenty of space, and she went right to work, and here she is now. So, all right, first video, and just kind of a story of what I've gone through my first year. All right, y'all take care now. Bye.